Today, I would like to start reproduction in flowering plants for class 12 boys. Reproduction is very important. What is the meaning of reproduction? Reproduction means copying of DNA from parent to offspring by various modes, maybe asexual or sexual, or asexual reproduction may be vegetative type. All vegetative are of asexual reproduction, but sexual reproduction is very important, which leads to variation. And this is the diagram of flower, typical flower. But here I would like to focus on the male sex organ. Male sex organ of a flower is called androecium. Male sex organ of a flower is called androecium. The unit is called stamen. And stamen consists of three parts: anther, connective, and filament. Anther, connective, and filament. In short, and you can say ACF. Anther contains two lobes generally. One lobe is also found, and this is the three-dimensional diagram of anther. And there are 4 microsporangia inside the anther, 2 microsporangia in each lobe. Suppose this is the lobe A and this is the lobe B. So there are 2 lobes in common type of anther, or generally 2 lobes are found, and each lobe contains 2 microsporangia. And so total there are 4 microsporangia. Young anther, TS of young anther shows homogeneous cells, and they are surrounded by epidermis. Means young anther cells are compactly arranged and they are similar. So they are called homogeneous cells. In mature anther, there are 4 microsporangia. And microsporangia, and each microsporangium is a sac-like structure, and inside the cell, microspore mother cells are found. Microspore mother cells. Microspore mother cells, what is the ploidy of the microspore mother cell? Ploidy of microspore mother cell is 2M. Microspore mother cell, and in short MMC, or also known as PMC, pollen mother cell. This is diploid in nature, and nucleus of microspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division and to form 4 microspores. So microsporogenesis. Today I would like to focus on the microsporogenesis. What is microsporogenesis? The production of microspore from microspore mother cell is called microsporogenesis. There are 4 types of there are 4 microspores, and each microspore is haploid. They are produced as a result of meiotic division, and they are surrounded by a sac-like structure called microsporangium. Inside the microsporangium, 4 microspores are produced. They are held together by a compound, and sometimes microspores are arranged like this fashion. Sometimes maybe arranged like this, linear. maybe T shape. So these are the different arrangement of the microspores. So arrangements are different, but most common type is called linear type arrangement. Linear type arrangement is most common. So inside there are 4 microsporangia. They are surrounded by anther wall, and anther wall consists of 4 layers. There are 4 layers. First layer is called epidermis. Second layer is called endothecium. Third layer is called middle layer. And fourth layer is called tapetum. So anther wall consists of 4 layers. And epidermis, this is the outermost layer, single layered, and they are barrel shaped and which help in protection. Endothecium is the next layer to epidermis. It is also single layered, but cells are fibrous. So radially arranged and which is hygroscopic in nature, so mainly help in dehiscence. Next layer, middle layer, third layer. Third layer, middle layer is which is made up of 2 to more layers or more than 2 layers, and they help in the protection. And innermost layer is called tapetum. Innermost layer of anther wall is called tapetum. Tapetum is very important, which provides nutrition to the developing pollen grain. So tapetum provides nutrition to the developing pollen grain. The cells of tapetum undergoes endomitosis, so sometimes may become tetraploid. So anther wall consists of 4 layers: epidermis, endothecium, middle layer, tapetum. But at certain intervals, anther wall is weak or thin, and this area is called stomium. So this is the thin area. This area helps in the dehiscence of the matured anther, and due to dehiscence, pollen grains or microspores are released. There is very less difference between the microspore and pollen grain. Pollen grains, just germinated microspore is called pollen grain. So this is about the microsporogenesis. Microsporogenesis takes place inside the anther, which is a part of male sex organ, that is androecium. Now I would like to start development of male gametophyte. This is the second aspect of the male development of male gametophyte in angiospermic plant. The first cell of the male gametophyte is the microspore. Microspore is the first cell of the male gametophyte. Microspore germinates to form pollen grain. Pollen grain is 2-layered structure, and at certain intervals pollen grain is uninucleate. This is a nucleus. Outer layer, inner layer, cytoplasm, nucleus, germ pore. So this is the structure of pollen grain. The structure of pollen grain. Each pollen grain is haploid and they contain well developed or prominent nucleus. Cytoplasm is dense. So they are the structure of pollen grain. So the structure of pollen grain consists of following parts. Number one, membrane. There are two or layer, outer layer, inner layer. Outer layer is made up of a special compound known as sporopollenin. Sporopollenin, this is a highly resistant organic compound. Till now, no enzymes have been known to degrade the sporopollenin. Due to presence of sporopollenin, study of fossil can be possible. So fossil of pollen grains can be possible due to presence of sporopollenin. Next layer, inner layer. Outer layer is not continuous. At certain intervals, outer layer is absent. And this area is known as germ pore. And the inner layer is smooth and made up of pectic acid and cellulose, so-called pectocellulose. They are made up of pectocellulose. Cytoplasm is dense, nucleus large and prominent. With the development of pollen grain develops cytoplasm decreases due to development of vacuole. Due to development of vacuole. And nucleus pushes toward the periphery. And nucleus pushes toward the periphery. Now, matured pollen grain divides to form two cells. They are unequal type of cells. They divide unequally. They divide unequally by mitosis. The division of, what type of division takes place? Mitotic type division takes place. And a larger cell, another one is smaller cell. Larger cell is also called vegetative cell. It is also called vegetative cell. Generative cell is also known as smaller cell or generative cell. There is no further growth of vegetative cell, but generative cell divides further to form two male gametes. To form two male gametes. And simultaneously, pollen tube is also produced. Two male gamete. And this stage is called three-celled stage. Three-celled stage. So microspore forms pollen grain. Microspores form pollen grain, and pollen grains are released, and mature pollen grains divide by mitotic division to form two unequal cells, vegetative cell and generative cell. Vegetative cell is larger, they do not divide further, but generative cell divides to form two male gametes, and this is vegetative and generative cell is called two-celled stage. Two-celled stage again divides to form three-celled stage. So this is the mature male gametophyte plant. Mature male gametophyte plant. It has been reported that about 70% plant pollen grain shed as two-celled stage in 70% plants. But in 30% plants, pollen grain shed as three-celled stage. Means they are transported to the stigma. Stigma is the receptive center, style and ovary. So in this condition, pollen grains falls at the tip of the stigma, that is 30% case. But in 70%, pollen grains shed on the stigma as two-celled stage. This cell stage are shed at the stigma, style and ovary, and germination of pollen tube further takes place and ultimately reach to the ovule of the ovary. So in 70% plants, pollen grains shed as two-celled stage. But in 30%, or according to NCERT, you may write above the 60% plants. So not the exact figure, so it is the about 70% and about 30%. So pollen grains shed in the mature stage. So there are two types of condition. In first condition, pollen grains shed as two-celled stage, and in second condition, pollen grains shed as three-celled stage. And after the landing of the pollen grain on the stigma, they form pollen tube, and finally pollen tube enters inside the ovule of the ovary. So these are important questions for board examination also. This year also asked a few part of the anther. What are the next short type answer is about the significance of pollen grain. What is the significance of pollen grains? Significance means may be useful or harmful aspects. First of all, I would like to focus on the useful aspects. What are the useful aspects of pollen grain? Number one, it is very useful in the crop improvement program. Crop improvement breeding program. Breeding program. Pollen grains are stored at liquid, pollen grains are stored at minus 196 degrees centigrade or liquid temperature, liquid nitrogen. So liquid nitrogen provides minus 196 degree centigrade temperature. So pollen grains are stored at this temperature and known as pollen bank. Pollen bank. So pollen banks are very essential because hybridization can be done by suitable pollen grains or desired pollen grains, or dusting of desired pollen grains are very essential. Desired pollen grains are collected and stored at liquid nitrogen, so which provides minus 196 degrees centigrade, and pollen, because the viability of pollen grains is variable. Viability of pollen grains are variable. In few cases, maybe 30 minutes, or in few cases, maybe 1 month. So it is very essential to store the pollen grain for the crop improvement programs. Pollen grains are also very useful for the food or used as food. Many athlete horses, many sports persons use pollen grains or nectar as a food. Pollen grains are very essential or may be used as food supplements in the form of tablets. Another aspect called harmful aspects. What are the harmful aspects? Harmful aspects of the pollen grains. It causes allergy. Allergy is caused by an agent called allergens, and pollen grain is one of the most important allergen. It causes respiratory trouble, like asthma, bronchitis, etc. Pollen grains are used like weed. Some pollen grains act as weed and which are incorporated in the wheat or other plants. So they inhibit the growth of other useful plants. So pollen grains are, these are some harmful aspects of the pollen grains. Thank you.